Well, it seems like we're going into overtime for, I think it's the third year in a row. It's going to be in the 90s the next couple days, and I'm recording this on October 2nd, so that's pretty shocking. Um, Even so, I am not going to give much support to any new pumpkin that's coming along. For a while there, the pumpkins weren't blooming. Excuse me for a moment. Whew. Oh, okay. There's a guy who flies an acrobatic biplane around here, and he has a YouTube channel, and I made contact with him because I saw him flying over one day, and I said, would you like me to film you from the ground? And he said, yeah, that'd be fun, but that wasn't him. He's usually out on the weekends. It's Thursday right now. Okay, so we got new pumpkins. That looks like a jack-o'-lantern. As I said, I'm not going to give them a lot of support. This is probably I don't know. This might be a bunch of warts. And that is definitely a bunch of warts, and that's the most beautiful one we've gotten this season. That one I'm keeping the seeds from. So I'm kind of trying it. That one I'm actually watering and nurturing because I want the seeds from that one. That is the prettiest pumpkin I've ever grown, I think. Let's see, that's two new pumpkins. And they weren't blooming for a while, the pumpkins, and then they started to bloom again after the cold snap stopped. There's another one right here, and this is the vine that produced that gigantic pumpkin that I'm keeping for my own jack-o'-lantern. Oh, that's a newbie. I don't think that's the one I saw. Oh, here. Right there. So that's a pretty good size. But like I said, I'm not going to water them, not going to fuss, not going to spray, not going to do anything. I have two that will definitely make it before the weather turns cold again, which is supposed to be in about a week and a half. And there's one of them. It's about 6-7 pounder, 7 or 8. Yeah, it's pretty good size. And I got a good sized poodle there. And there's the other one. That's about the same size, right over here. And this little tiny guy on a little tiny vine. He's about a little bigger than a baseball. So, yeah. Sunflower garden is gone. Well, it's slowly going. And I took the hummingbird feeder in. And that's pretty much it for this summer. I know I'll come back again though, so I'm not going to say goodbye yet. But like I said, those last 3 pumpkins that are growing now, one of them, well, that one bunch of warts is going to get a lot of help, but the rest of them, not much. Actually, there's 4 pumpkins coming along because you got to count that bunch of warts as kind of small. Okay, but that's where I am right now, and I'll see you next time. And of course, I forgot to show you the big guy. This is, I think, the biggest pumpkin I've grown since I've lived here. This is a good 30 pounder, and that will be my jack-o'-lantern. Really happy with that one. That is a nice pumpkin. I got about 6 really, I'd say greater than 10-pound pumpkins, and a whole bunch of 7 to 8 pounders like that bunch of warts there. I've given almost all of them away, so don't have anything to show you in the garage here except for these 2. And there's also a couple of black ones that I'm going to give away. And hummingbird feeders, put away for the winter. This one's drying up because I just took it down today, but generally, I noticed they hadn't eaten in over a week by the amount of food that was in the feeder. So I just took it down, and that is an ant deterrent, and it actually works. So I'm keeping it just to remind myself to buy one next spring, because they're expensive. They're about $10, but they last all season, and they do deter the ants. So that's a good thing to have. I think it's by Perky Pet, and you can get them on Amazon. Okay, that's it for this time.